It's 2019, and the one thing we're not gonna do is let fuckboys fuck with us, okay? Okay.
For you.
Ew! Get off of me! Ugh, as if!
So as you can tell, this video is going to be about fuckboys, but not so much. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about fuckboys, but I'm also gonna talk about how to realize your self-worth and just how to keep negativity out of your life, because that's not what we need.
Period.
Number one about fuckboys. So one thing I don't get, how people don't realize by now, but I also get because nobody ever told me this, is that it's so easy to spot a fuckboy. And this is how. So one thing fuckboys do, let's just say you're getting to know somebody, right? And you're chatting with them on the DM or texting them, whatever you use. And you guys are trying to make plans. You're like, oh, I want to see you. When can I see you? And then you're like, all right, yeah, we could go out, da da da. And they're just like, yeah, or we could just chill at your house or at my house and watch movies or order food or whatever. That's a red flag. That's a fucking red flag. All right? Because I know I'm not letting anybody into my house I don't know, and I'm not going to anybody's house that I don't know. They could be stalker killers. They could be weird. They could have bed bugs or roaches in their house that could crawl in your purse. No. Or it could just be like a recipe for disaster. I mean, that's worst case scenario, okay? But also, it could, like, you know, oftentimes it really does mean that they're just trying to fuck you. Like, and if you're fine with that, then cool. Like, at least you know you're fine with that. But if you're not fine with that and you're actually trying to get to know somebody, then going to their crib or letting them come to your house the first time that you're meeting them or really, like, hanging out with them one-on-one is not a good idea. So just be aware of that. So, because I know that when a guy's coming to my house, we're not just going to sit and play cards all day. Like, come on, like, something's going to happen. And if I don't want that to happen, I'm going to avoid that. So the other day, I was texting some guy, and I got his number, and he was super cute and super charming. And he was like, when can I see you? And I was like, yeah, I know this really good Thai food place by my house. Like, would you want to meet there? I'm such a ding. He was like, oh, no, like, maybe we could just order in at your place, and we could just chill. And I was like, what? I was like, I don't know you. I told him, I was like, no. He was like, why not? I was like, because I don't know you. And everything I just said, I was like, you could be a stalker, you could be a killer, you could have this, everything I just mentioned like 5 seconds ago, I told him. And he was like, oh, no, I was just trying to chill and get to know you. No, you fucking weren't. You were trying to get to know my panties, okay, and everything below it. That's not what I want, and that's not what you should want either. So I'm just saying that. Okay? Okay. Fuckboys are so used to girls letting them, right? And just kind of falling for it and falling for the whole spiel. Like, oh, I just want to get to know you. I just want to chill. Let's just smoke and chill. Let's just drink and chill at your place or at my place. And girls fall for it. Like, I fell for it a few times, and it led me into really shitty situations that I didn't want to be put in. Especially when you really like somebody and then you kind of, you know, let go for a little bit and just, you know, let things happen. And then they kind of ghost you, or they don't hit you up, or they don't take you seriously. Or when they do hit you up, they only hit you up to fuck. And that's fucking shitty to me.
Whack!
Some guys and some girls, I think we should all think this way too, so I don't blame them, is if it's going to be that easy for them to, you know, just hook up with anybody, then it's kind of like, damn, then I'm not special. Then you're doing this with everybody, and I don't want to, you know, bag a hoe, and I'm sure nobody else does. And when you play hard to get, some people like that. I mean, how many times have we always liked the guys that don't like us, or that are rude, or jerks, or the bad boys, whatever you want to call it, and we still like them, even though we know it's no good, or we know that it's probably not going to go exactly where we want to go, and it's just going to be a huge chase, because we like that chase. We're human beings. Like, we like to play a game. We like something that's a little bit outside of our comfort zone, and we like to just see how far we can take it, because when you do win something and you do, you know, get what you want at the end, it kind of makes the experience a little bit more exhilarating. So if you're going to be, you know, hard to get and hard to kind of like woo, and you kind of have to take somebody out, and like you want to be shown like the right, like how to be treated right, and you want it to be respected, then guys are going to look at that, and girls are going to look at that and be like, damn, she's different. Like, they're different. They are not like any other hoe. They know their self-worth. You hear that? Self-worth. Okay? Let me repeat that. Self-worth. We have to know our self-worth, because as soon as we recognize our own self-worth, everybody else does. That's like number one. I mean, I'm sure you've heard that many times before, but it's so incredibly serious. Somebody's going to like you more than they're going to like the random broad that's easy to, like, just get in their pants. And they're going to like you more if you know your value. Like, I'm not going to let any random Joe Schmo inside my pants. And you shouldn't either, because I know my value. I need to be taken out. I need to be shown a good time. I need to be shown trust and respect. And then I'll consider maybe if I want to date you. All right? Like, that's just how it is. And that brings me to the topic of self-worth. So like I said, once you realize your self-worth, everybody else does too. And I kid you not, that's so true. Everybody used to tell me that all the time, because I used to struggle with a lot of little problems that I had about myself that were like, oh, I was self-conscious, I thought this, I thought people didn't like me because of that. It's just everything that you could think of, I thought about it. And it was a struggle. I had such a hard time growing up because I've always had this like little voice in my head doubting me. And it was hard for me to do a lot of things in high school and outside of high school, because it's just like I thought everything I did was bad. And it wasn't until I started valuing myself and I really realized the type of person I am. I'm smart, I'm independent, I'm wise, I'm witty, I'm funny. Like, I started realizing all these things. I'm gorgeous. Not to be cocky or anything, but I am. It's like you have to know all these things about yourself, and you really have to just bring them to light, because if you don't believe these things in yourself, then nobody else is. If you think you're like a piece of poop walking the street and that's how you approach life, then oftentimes people are going to be like, like, she's right, she is, like, I don't want to talk to her, because I don't want to talk to anybody that's negative. So if you're just releasing negative energy, especially about yourself, it's just kind of goes to show you the kind of person you are. Like, and yeah, like, sometimes you have to give it the benefit of the doubt, but now's the time. If you're listening to this video, now's the time to realize your worth and to be confident in yourself, because once you're confident in yourself, so is everybody else. Okay? And that goes not only for relationships and, like, appearances and whatnot, but everything. Like, in future jobs and future opportunities, like, sometimes you really just have to go head into, like, an opportunity and head into life. And the only way out is through, right? And if you're not going through life with the biggest chip on your shoulder and the biggest self-doubt, then it's not going to take you anywhere. It's really not. And I hate to be so, I don't even know I hate to sound negative. If this does sound negative, it's not. It's true. Like, if you're going through life and you're just shitty about yourself, then I'm just going to let you know I don't want to be anywhere near you, because that type of energy is toxic. It's toxic. Okay? And that brings me, reverse back into the fuckboy thing. That's why I'm trying to tell you, don't fuck with fuckboys, because they're toxic in your life, because they make you feel shitty and they make you feel like you're worth nothing, because they use and abuse and they just take what they want and they leave, right? It's like, you shouldn't let that happen. And not only with fuckboys, but with friends are like that. Even parents are like that. Your boss is like that. People are just like that. And you have to realize that. And you can't let people make you feel like you're doing something wrong for sticking up for yourself, okay? Because if you don't stick up for yourself, nobody is going to stick up for you, okay? That's just how it is. It's how it is with anything. If you don't do it, then nobody else is going to do it for you. If you don't believe in yourself, then nobody's going to believe in you. And that is so true, and that is probably the best piece of advice I gave myself ever.
Me, I'm tight as fuck!
Back to the topic of fuckboys. Don't let no man or no woman or whomever it is that you're fucking with that's a fucking asshole treat you like garbage, alright? You need to know your self-worth, and once you do, they will, okay? Because any man or any woman that really wants to, value you and really wants to date you is going to do everything they will to date you. Because if they wanted to, they would. And if this guy that you happen to think is so cute and you're just like, oh, he's so desirable, like, I really wish he liked me. If he wanted to like you, he will. He'll do anything to show you that he likes you. And that's number one. Like, it's for real. So just keep an eye out for that, because I know it's hard to kind of miss, especially when somebody's so charming. You're not just anybody. You're special. You are. And for somebody so special, they deserve another person that's just as special. And you'll find that person. So don't trip if this motherfucker that you thought liked you and that you liked is treating you like garbage, don't trip. Just don't. People are dirty and don't just trust anybody. So just, you know, respect yourself and really, you know, take value in yourself because you're important and you deserve to be treated nicely. Okay? I hope everybody is having a good summer because I know I am. And I hope you like this video. So don't forget to comment. Let me know what you thought. If you have any, you know, questions, yada yada yada. But don't leave any fucking rude comments because nobody has time for that. Okay? And like and subscribe to my channel. I'm Haylor on everything. Haylor. Okay? But I'll see you guys later. Bye.
It's over?
It's over.